Hello everyone and welcome back to Adventures of Well and Me. It's been a while since I've actually just sat and continued the Game a Day series. I was recording them previously, start of the year, and we kind of went into like the first lockdown in Victoria and Australia, and I kind of stopped doing a lot of my recordings because I was recording for work, doing videos for educational videos for my students because we had to teach online instead of in the classroom. So I kind of just stopped doing my videos while I was doing that because it was just a little bit monotonous, I guess, doing those videos and then coming and doing this. It was very draining, and when you're having live sessions with kids teaching via like conference call sort of things, like video calls, it's very different. Anyway, but today we're going to be talking about Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineraltown. We picked this up just a couple of weeks ago now. Just over a week, 2 weeks. And this came out on my wedding anniversary, actually. My wife absolutely loves like the Harvest Moon games and Story of Seasons. We decided that we'd pick it up, and we've both been playing it a lot. I have no idea how many hours I've chucked into it in the first week and a bit that it was out, but it's great. So it's a remake of a Game Boy Advance version of Harvest Moon. It's now Story of Seasons because of legal stuff with separation of the companies, the developer and the publisher sort of thing. Won't go into all of that, but essentially it's everything, like all assets, gameplay, mechanics, everything is still made the same under the Story of Seasons name. I'd say better than Harvest Moon games now. I feel like the Harvest Moon franchise is now just there as a namesake and selling it based upon people knowing its name more so than the actual content and the way it's played, whereas Story of Seasons is almost starting fresh in terms of the fact of its name, but they're able to use all of the features that they had already developed and had mastered over the years. And I think Friends of Mineraltown is a good example of one that was had all the farming capabilities in it. It was basic enough that it doesn't get overwhelming with the farming. And you also had like the relationships, and you had like that aspect to it. So it was good in that aspect that it's basic, and this remaster just makes it really gorgeous. And I highly recommend this game for people that are fans of the series. Even if you've already played the original one, this remake is amazing. It kind of merged the two games because there was like two versions of it, I believe. There was like a boy version and a girl version. They've merged it all together now and changed the mechanics around. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with that. But it is absolutely gorgeous. Like the animation itself is gorgeous. The graphics, it looks beautiful. The only thing I don't like about the graphics is around the outside of the screens, especially towards the end of like their map tiles, essentially. So before you transition to the next stage, like going up or down, left or right on the map locations, there's like this weird blurred effect that I found on the outsides of where the camera is. That was a little bit disorienting if you noticed it, but when you're just playing regularly and you're focused on where your character is, you didn't get that. It's more so just as you get to the edge of like their location map squares, as you go towards an exit from the map, it then kind of, the camera shifts up, whereas before it kind of, it's centered around you. Anyway, that's like the only thing that I was like really annoyed about of the whole game. Everything else, it's just a fun, casual experience to sit down and just play. You have a relationship with someone, to start a family, or focusing on just breeding the animals, or using like incubating an egg or using a breeding kit from their thing, because the animals don't have genders. So you could have all just Animal Farm or all just crops and have like a completely crop-based farm. Like it gives you the options, and then you've got like the fishing, you've got the mining, and just the events that go on in the town, and just it's a fun game that that really it's kind of like how Animal Crossing, when that came out during that quarantine period for everyone was playing it because it's just fun and casual. This is the same sort of thing. It's fun and casual, and even if you stuff up with all your crops and all that and you don't have good sales, it doesn't ruin your game. Like, there's no negative effects for not actually making money. You just go on to the next day. It just will slow down your progress. So it's a fun game. Definitely recommend it. And would highly recommend going and checking out the other Stories of Seasons games if you didn't know that they're essentially the new Harvest Moon by the actual developers rather than the Natsume produced ones now. So yeah, if you can pick this up, definitely get it. And it's on Steam as well. Steam, Nintendo Switch. So there's options out there. Anyway, have a great day, guys, and I'll catch you next time.